Hi everyone, and welcome to Squirrel Pie Productions. My name is Tommi. You can find me on Ravelry and Instagram as DynamiteTrujillo. Welcome to episode 88 of my podcast. Thank you so much for being here. Today is a really lovely, blistery, wintry, and breezy Friday in December here on the Northern California coast where I'm coming to you from. What else do I say? We have show notes for this episode down in the description box below. That's where you will find links to everything I talk about in today's episode. If I've missed anything and you have a question, please feel free to leave a comment and ask, and I will surely respond. What now? I haven't podcasted in a while. I skipped a few weeks, one because I took the day after Thanksgiving off, and then two because I think I was behind on dyeing, and then I got sick, so blah. They are all my excuses, all neatly lined up in a row. Anyway, it's been a while, so I'm a little kaboobly-dooed on how to get through this intro. But I have been doing Vlogmas. If you have been keeping up with my Vlogmas episodes, thank you so much. I know that Vlogmases are a bombardment to your YouTube subscription page, and I appreciate it so much. Those of you who do watch, there are so many absolutely wonderful Vlogmases to watch, and if you have been keeping up with mine at all, I appreciate it so much, and thank you, and I will see you there at Vlogmas when you're not watching this or whatever. Okay, other announcements are we are still running the Flashy Make-Along. That is where you can make anything that's flashy or showy or a statement piece in your wardrobe. That is running until the end of the year. And since I record a podcast every 2 weeks typically, I don't think I will be recording again this year in 2019. So pretty much how it's going to go is I will pull for prizes my next episode, probably the first week of January or something like that. And as long as the threads in Ravelry are not closed, you can still enter. So even if it's a little after the first of the year, go ahead and enter. Are you making yourself like a party outfit for New Year's or a Christmas outfit or something like that? Go check out those threads in the Ravelry Group, which is Squirrel Pie Productions, and there are some flashy make-along threads there. You can also post on Instagram with the hashtag FlashyMAL. And I will draw prizes from Instagram and from Ravelry, so please join us. And what else? Oh, my last announcement. December 2019 marks the 3-year anniversary of this YouTube channel. Yay! I'm really excited. I think that's super duper cool. I have loved every single minute of doing this YouTube channel, and to everybody, again, who watches and follows along and likes and subscribes and talks to me, leaves comments, sends me messages on Instagram and Ravelry and here. Thank you so much. I love every second of it, and I love every single one of you, and I am so thrilled to be going into my 4th year. Is that how anniversaries work? It's my 3rd anniversary, so that means I have been doing it 3 years, so I'm going into my 4th year, right? I think so. We are also kind of approaching the 100th episode. We are also kind of approaching 5,000 subscribers, which is all very exciting. So I think soon I will be doing a, I'm sorry I keep looking around. You probably can't hear it, but I keep hearing, not an echo, but like the acoustics in here are being weird. Woo-hoo! Woo-hoo! I think it's my ukulele. I have instruments that hang on the wall right here, and one of my instruments is like, ooh. I'm just gonna keep going because I'm pretty sure you can't hear it. I think it's all in my head. So I'm gonna be doing a giveaway to celebrate one or any of those things that I just mentioned. I feel like they're all really exciting milestones, and I did not have anything prepared for today, but probably the next episode, I think I will get together a nice little prize package. I'm going to do a really easy giveaway where all you do is like comment and tell me something weird that I tell you to tell me about, and then you can enter to win my celebratory giveaway that I plan on doing. Hooray! Okay, what I'm wearing. Let's talk about it. I'm wearing my Agnes. This is a sewing pattern by Tilly and the Buttons. It's the Agnes top. It's made out of stretched jersey fabric, and it's meant to be a top, but this version I extended to be a dress. So it's pretty much just like a tunic that fits very fitted all the way down to like upper thigh. It kind of goes like an inch or two down past the bottom of my butt. It's like that kind of length. And pretty much all I did to do that was extend the length of the tunic at the bottom, not at like the waist part where you're supposed to make it longer if you have like a longer torso, but at the very bottom. And I think I kind of flared it out just like a teeny bit. I just eyeballed it. So that's what I'm wearing. It's out of black jersey fabric. Black is my very favorite color to wear. I'm also wearing this cool moon necklace. I have some finished objects. It has been a while since I've recorded. And while I haven't been working on a ton of different things, I've been working a lot on a few things, really trying to get them done in time for like Christmas and stuff like that. And I have successfully finished a couple things that I really wanted to get done. The first are some mitts, and you on the podcast have not seen them yet, but you on Vlogmas have seen them. They are the paddle mitts by Tin Can Knits. Okay, you know what? I gotta fix this. That echo thing that I keep hearing, I can't handle it. So I gotta figure it out. Is it you? It is you. It's my ukulele. This is my ukulele. Did you know I play the ukulele? I just started. Not just started, but I play the guitar. I have played the guitar for a long time. I'm a very low-key guitar player. I'm not like that good. I just like play to accompany myself, like singing songs and stuff. And recently I decided I wanted to try the ukulele, so I got this ukulele, and it's wonderful and I love it. But right now, it keeps acoustic-ing in the ear, so I gotta take it down. No, I'm not gonna play it for you right now. Maybe one day on a vlog, but not here. Okay, I fixed it. Now I gotta get all repositioned. Okay. Am I out of practice or what? So these are my paddle mitts. This is a pattern by Tin Can Knits. Here, let's do this. How about that? They are fingerless mitts. It's made out of DK weight yarn. The yarn that I used is these two skeins. So this, I could not remember what it was called when I first started using it, but then I suddenly remembered. This was a gift to me from a viewer, and it is Machete Shop. I don't know the colorway, but I do know it's Superwash Merino DK weight. And it's this really pretty silvery gray. And I have 70 grams left. So that was the main color in these mitts, which means there's only like 30 grams in here. I'm considering making a matching hat. The contrast color is this leftover DK weight yarn from Two Guys Yarn Company. I don't remember the colorway name. I feel like it had something to do with like a storm. Like the name had some kind of stormy element. But that's the yarn I used. I knit the women's size small, and they came out really great. I really love them. It's still happening. Ukulele, what? Hello? So I really love how these mitts came out. They fit me really well, but they are a Christmas gift for my sister-in-law. And we, in my husband's family, did a Secret Santa exchange this year. So I pulled my sister-in-law. I made her these mitts that I think, I hope she will like. And I also, I got her a gift certificate to a Finnish country hot tub and sauna place that is here locally. And yeah, so that's what these are for. I'm very excited that they were done. They were a very super quick knit. I got them done really fast. The only modification that I made was that in the pattern, the ribbing is supposed to extend all the way up to almost the thumb hole. And I didn't necessarily want that. I wanted there to be some stockinette here, so I just stopped the ribbing sooner and did the remaining length of the arm in stockinette. I'm super thrilled with them. I like them very much. And those are my paddle mitts. My next finished object is a set of 3 finished objects, and they are Christmas stockings. What? I made 3 Christmas stockings, y'all, and I'm pretty excited about it. So this is a pattern by Knit Picks called Stockings or something. It'll be down here. And I used the yarn that was called for in the pattern, which is Knit Picks Wool of the Andes Bulky. And the pattern itself is written for 2 stockings. So you get 2 charts. You get the reindeer and the snowflakes, or the stars, or whatever you call them. And it calls for 3 colors of yarn. So the main color of one is the contrast color of the other and the other way around, and then there's the white. So if you're just doing the 2 stockings that the pattern calls for, you can use 1 skein of each color. I added a 3rd stocking. So what I did is I bought 3 different colors, 1 skein of each color, and then 2 skeins of white, and that was perfect. I have this much left of the white of the 2nd skein, so I did break into the 2nd skein. I'm glad I got that. And so this is the stocking, and pretty much it's a big top-down bulky weight sock. And it comes with this reindeer chart pattern, which is adorable. This one's for Colin. And then you do these dots all the way down. You do a heel flap and gusset, and then you do kind of like a hat decrease kind of toe. And this is the first stocking that I knit. I knit the heel 3 times. The first time I knit it correctly, and I did the heel flap and gusset, but I forgot to change the contrast color, so it was blue. And so after I finished the heel, I realized what I did, and I wanted it to be white. So I ripped back, and I thought to myself, do I really want a heel flap and gusset? Like, I feel like when I picture a stocking, I picture like a short row kind of heel. So I decided to do a fish lips kiss heel, and I did that in white. And then I did it, and I did not like it. I did not think it looked very good. So I ripped that back and did what the pattern said I was supposed to do. And I did the white contrast color in a heel flap and gusset. And I think it looks really nice. I like how it gives it this kind of squared off shape. And I feel like this is what I thought the short row heel was gonna look like, but it didn't. It just looked really weird, and it stuck out weird. And this is absolutely perfect. So I'm glad I ended up doing that. And then I went back after knitting all the stockings, and I did these I-cord loops that I sewed in the tails on this side, and I just kind of knotted them really tight and cut it off. And now these are going to be our stockings, and it's not the tightest gauge. It's bulky weight yarn, and I'm definitely considering lining these. I think it's a very good idea to line them. I feel like I should line them with fabric like quilting cotton or something like that. It's not something I'm going to do for this year because I'm kind of overworking on these stockings right now. So we're going to use them this year. We're going to hang them, put stuff inside them, kind of see how they hang, and then probably for next year I'll add a lining. But for now, yeah, it's just normal inside. So this is the first one. This one's for Colin. The colors that I used in that Knit Picks Wool of the Andes Bulky is Solstice Heather, which is the blue, the white, I don't know, it's white. I don't know if it had a colorway name. I forgot. This one is mine. And for the green, I used Bamboo Heather. And the red, I believe, is Garnet Heather. That could be wrong, though. I forgot. But it's the one that is actually called for in the pattern. And then I noticed afterwards that I must have done an extra row of stockinette between the color work here because that's definitely a thing, but I don't care. So these stars are really great. I think they're beautiful. I love my stocking. And then this one is for Lucy, who is my 1.5-year-old daughter. And like I said, the pattern only came with the charts for these two. So I went ahead and found this heart chart in the Arne and Carlos Knitted Balls for Christmas or something like that. It's their book full of Christmas ornaments. I looked through that book, and the size of the charts for the ornaments were most all of them were perfect for the size of chart that I needed. So I chose one of the heart patterns, and there were motifs up here and down here as well, but I just omitted those and I did the main heart part. And I think it looks really great. I love it. So each stocking has 2 colors in it, and it's like each an element of the one before. So it's like main color contrast, main color contrast, main color contrast. So we each all kind of share colors in our stockings. And I really love how they turned out. There are a lot of stocking patterns on Ravelry. This is the one I ended up choosing after much deliberation. I thought about it a lot. This is the one that I ended up going with, and I'm really happy I chose this one just because I love how they turned out. So I'm excited to hang these up and fill them with Christmas stocking treats for next week, because next week is Christmas, by the way. As for whips, I have one whip that I was working on before I started this Christmas dash for knitting. and then I put it down once I started all this stuff, and I have not worked on anything else. So the other project that I had been working on is my Gemini pullover, which is a pattern that I am writing as I go. And I'm knitting it out of Moonstone Dyeworks, which is my hand-dyed yarn company, in the Gemini colorway. And I'm using these 2 yarns held together. This is my merino single. This is my mohair silk lace weight. And so I'm holding those 2 together, knitting it on a size US 6. And here's where I'm at. So this is a top-down V-neck raglan pullover, and it ends up being like kind of a sport weight gauge with the lace weight and the fingering weight held together. And so it's got a V-neck, it's got raglan sleeve shaping, and I have finished the body. There are waist decreases, there's waist shaping, and I'm really happy with how the body turned out. I did it kind of a longer length, so it kind of hits lower mid-hip-ish, kind of. And I picked up for the first sleeve, and that's where I'm at so far. I've got my sleeve decreases kind of planned out. I'm going to make it long-sleeved. And right now I'm on the second skein of both of my yarns. So I used one whole skein already in the body, and I think I switched skeins somewhere down here. I think I got a lot out of one skein of each of those. And I did not alternate skeins like you are supposed to do with hand-dyed yarn, but I am a rebel and I winged it, and I did not I did not alternate skeins, and I switched to my new skein down here. And I think it's pretty fine. I think there's a little bit, I think second skein might be a little bit darker down here, but it's not anything I can see in real life off the camera. And I think it looks fine. I think it looks totally great. And I don't see any difference in the sleeve area either. So I'm pretty lucky. I'm pretty happy. And I've really been enjoying working on this. I really enjoy the fabric that lace mohair silk creates with single ply fingering weight yarn, and that is nothing new. I am very late to that party, but I am really enjoying it. And yeah, I did 1x1 ribbing at the bottom, and that is pretty much it. I'm tracking all of my increases and decreases with a whole bunch of stitch markers. I don't typically do that. I typically, you know, once it's done, and I don't really care where it was. But since I'm making up this pattern as I go, I really wanted to kind of be meticulous and like make sure I knew what was where. To kind of get myself started with the raglan numbers, I used Ann Budd's handy book of sweater patterns, and there's a raglan section and then there's a v-neck section. And I didn't use her numbers exactly, but I did kind of use that as a jumping off point, and then I did my own math. I reworked those numbers to suit what I wanted in the shape and in the gauge and the type of fabric that I wanted. So that was really, really handy to have, that book. And it wasn't as difficult as I thought it was going to be to kind of put together this pattern, especially since a lot of it I did kind of as I went. I've tried this thing on a lot while knitting it and kind of pieced together how I wanted things to go as I was knitting it. And it's working out really well so far. I'm really excited about it. So I just have the sleeves to do, and then I'm almost done. For the neckband, what I plan to do is pick up stitches and then kind of immediately bind them off. I don't really want a neckband in ribbing. I kind of want it to be really simple, but not raw. So that's my plan for the neckline. And yeah, I am really, really excited about how this is coming out. I really love this colorway. This is one of my favorite colorways that I dye. It's browns and golds, and I don't know, it's very, reminds me of like an animal coat. Weird. So that's it. That's everything I've been working on like the past month. I did purchase a couple of things. I have some yarn coming in the mail to me right now, which I'm really excited about. And I did get one package that I ordered so far. So I placed an order with Laura of Tiny Human Knits. She's a yarn dyer and a podcaster. She has the Tiny Human Knits podcast, and I love her podcast, and I have never tried her yarn before, but I've been following her dyeing through her podcast and through Instagram, and I've been eyeing her self-striping yarn for a long time. And then she came out with this colorway. And when she first came out with this colorway, I fell in love with it, and I tried to buy it, but I was too late, and it was all sold out. And then she had it again in an update, and I totally caught it. It's the Lady Gray colorway, and what I love about this colorway is that it's brown and gold and cream. Oh, I just love it. This is like, it's like part of me lives in this skein of yarn. I love these colors so much. And Laura so kindly included this other skein, this really beautiful purple skein that I think I might be using for heels and toes. I feel like it would look really good together. You know, I love me a good purple. And these are 50 gram skeins. So that's something that's kind of cool about how Laura dyes, is she sells self-striping yarn in 50 gram skeins. So many people, if you typically use 100 grams for socks, may need to buy 2 skeins, but they're priced accordingly, you know. For me though, luckily, I typically only use about half the skein for socks, or a little more than half the skein, now that I've kind of tightened up my sock gauge. But with contrasting heels and toes, I am not worried at all that I'm going to be able to get a full pair of socks out of 50 grams. And I think what my plan is, just to make sure, is I'm going to do top-down socks like I normally do. And I don't like my cuffs to be contrasting. I like my toes and heels to be contrasting if I'm going to do contrasting stuff. So I'm going to start with this yarn, knit down, do a contrasting heel, and then knit down the foot as far as I can. And if I run out of yarn before I would normally start my toe, you know, I'll split it in half so that I have 25 grams to work with for a single sock. Then I will just have a deeper toe area of the contrasting color, which I think could look really cool anyway. So that's my plan. And I really, really, really want to start these now, but I have other languishing whips that I feel like I should pay attention to before I cast these on. But I'm really excited about this. Thank you so much, Laura, if you're watching. I love this yarn, and I'm really excited about it. All right, that is it for the episode today. Short and sweet. I don't know where this sass is coming from. This is not me. I guess there are a couple of other favorites I could talk about. I am very much enjoying all of the Vlogmases that many other podcasters are doing. That has been really great. I love keeping up with Vlogmas episodes. I've also been reading a couple of books. So the sequel to Tomi Adeyemi's Children of Blood and Bone came out, called Children of, how do I not know what it's called? I don't know. I don't know what things are called that I'm reading. It's called Children of Virtue and Vengeance. So Children of Blood and Bone is a novel that I read earlier this year that I fell in love with. I love it, I love it, I love it really hard. And the sequel came out earlier this month in December, and I got it on Audible. I got the audiobook, and it's amazing so far. I'm not that far into it because my reading time has been pretty limited right now. But I'm super stoked about it, and it's really, really good so far. And then the other book that I'm reading, and I'm reading this in, like I'm reading it on my phone, not like book, but like digital reading. 'Cause I'm high tech. I'm reading a book by Morgenstern. Doodly-doo. It's called The Starless Sea. It's by the author of The Night Circus, and her name, Erin Morgenstern, right? I think it's Erin Morgenstern. So I'm reading her newest book called The Starless Sea, which is really good. I'm also not that far into that one, but I'm a little farther along, and it's really fun, just like so fun. So her first novel, The Night Circus, was kind of the most striking thing about it is that it was really fun and really engaging, and just really like, it was kind of all the best parts of fantasy, where it kind of like sweeps you up in this whirlwind of like really pleasant, pleasurable fantasy worlds, like, you know what I mean? I don't know. Do you know what I mean? And everything about it is it's just fun. And that's how this book is going so far too. My husband Colin read it as soon as it came out, and he finished it a while ago. So he described it to me before I started reading it as pretty much literature porn. And I agree with him so far. So the book is pretty much about books, and it references a lot of, well, not a lot, but it references real novels, and it references libraries and just the act of reading, and the whole story is about stories and reading and books, and it's really cool. I'm really, really enjoying it. So those are my 2 book recommendations. I haven't finished either of them yet, but I am really enjoying both of them. And yeah, I guess I'm gonna leave it there. Christmas is next week. Do you celebrate Christmas? What are you doing? What do you celebrate in December? New Year's is coming up too. Christmas is gonna be fun. I'm really excited about it. I love Christmas. I'm watching Christmas movies, and I just got some eggnog and some rum, so I'm gonna be doing that pretty soon too. New Year's, I like the idea of New Year's, but I've never been a New Year's person. I haven't stayed up until midnight in probably 4 or 5 years. I'm always asleep at midnight. And then fireworks wake me up at midnight, and I'm just like, damn kids! So, maybe this year though, maybe I'll go to a New Year's party, I don't know. Okay, anyway, I will leave you there. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode, and, short and weird and discombobulated as it was. I hope you have been enjoying the Vlogmas videos if you are interested in watching Vlogmas videos, and if you have been watching or watched this episode or have watched any of my past episodes and have done anything at all to support me, whether it's give it a thumbs up or just watch, thank you. I have been doing this for 3 years, and I love it to death. So that's all because of you. It's like 100% because of you, like you right there, sitting watching. You are making this awesome. So thank you. And I will have a big thank you next episode because I'm going to do a big giant giveaway and it's going to be amazing. Okay. Until then, and if you're watching Vlogmas, until later or tomorrow or something, I hope you're having a fantastic December. It's almost winter also. Man, it's almost the winter solstice. It's like my favorite. I like the solstices. I like the equinoxes, but I like the solstices better. So the winter solstice is coming up pretty soon. I'm super excited about that. I hope you have a good solstice. I hope you are enjoying the long, dark days, and I hope you will start to enjoy the days as they get a little brighter and lighter and longer, daytime-wise, not longer, darkness-wise, because that's how it works. Okay, I gotta go. I gotta stop. I just gotta stop myself and say goodbye. I love you. Hope you're having fun. If you liked the video, please like it and subscribe to the YouTube channel and make a comment in the comment section below so that I know what's going on with you, because I would love to say hello to you and have a little conversation because I like that. And have fun and stay awesome.